Let's go. What's good, y'all? Back in this thing. Gonna come in and look at the charts, even though I am quite late for my stream, quite late in the day. Things have happened, setups have already happened, I've taken things. That don't mean we can't come on here and observe the markets together. Observe the markets together. I kind of mumbled that. Yeah, give me a second. I'm setting up right now. Getting right. Making sure I don't get left, you dig? Yeah. Okay. Hopping on the stream, finna catch a bag. I'm hopping on the stream, finna catch a bag. Tell you time about finna catch these pips on my mind, grind it out, pop it out. All right, so I caught hold on. All right, so I caught a buy on Aussie dollar, scalping, of course, because look at the conditions of the market. Let me see, I'll bring this guy right here. All right, Chia. I'll pull up Aussie. Now, what I saw here was a demand play. I saw, of course, price breaching to the downside, but then this is our London stretch. So you have structure in here. You have highs and you have lows. Lower high, lower low, breakage of this lower high. So this is what I saw. I saw a break of that lower high, which I'm gonna mark by this line right here. And then I saw price come back down. Not that, my bad, y'all, my bad. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm all over the place. And then I saw price, you know, I like to replay. Go step by step, no confusion. Okay. Price closed above there and then rejected back down. At that point in time, okay, especially from the higher time frames being the 15-minute and 1 hour, etc., price was showing divergence. So here, currently on the 8 a.m., the closure of the 8 a.m. candle, oh no, the opening of the 8 a.m. candle. So we have 8:15, 8:30, the close of 8:30, right? Price did what? In that 15-minute span, price came back down and tapped. It didn't breach it, meaning it didn't close below, but it did reach this area and it did tap it to it, giving you a breaker candle here. The candle is breaking, meaning here. Yeah. So we're using this pretty much area. You see price broke it, retested back down, and came back up again. So if you're looking at a one-to-one situation for your first target, I would look at a one-to-one breaking from this candle. So it reached that area, but that's not what I ended up analyzing the trade as. I used this as my analyzing candle, and I entered off the break of this candle. So my actual entry was off the break of there. So when I line this up here, I'm gonna throw in my fib from the low of the wick to the high of the wick, and I'm going for a one-to-one. That's where my target is, but I'm actually going to extend it just to mess with the meat of the candle, because I realize how price is moving and doing, etc. So I get in on the break of that, right, and I risk that much. This is pretty much my one-to-one. That's how you would play that. So as you can see, price does come back lower into the zone. It never activated the trade, meaning price never closed above this yellow line. Let me replay it just in case you missed it, right? We were here. Price did break this candle, so you could have taken this entry setup, but that's not the one I wanted. That's not the one I did. Price retraced back down, gave another candle. So this is the candle I'm now identifying and waiting for a blue to overlap. It didn't overlap it, it wicked it, but it never closed above. So this is where you have to be more advanced and be more in particular what you're looking at and what you're wanting. Price did come back down, and then, you know, just going back and up forth. We're waiting on price to pretty much close above that yellow line. It didn't. So now this is where I will erase that, because I did take this as a setup. Price did fake me out here. I thought it was going to continue going up, and I had an entry like right here playing like this. I had another buy stop. No, I didn't have a buy stop. I had a buy limit because I wanted the price to come back and put me lower. Nonetheless, it came back and stopped me out. Okay, I'm like, all right, stop me out. Does that mean the trade is done? Right? Comes into the zone, shows a great rejection. What's going to be my breaker candle? Boom, that's my breaker candle. You're using this as your breaker, right? And this is your identifying candles. I'm gonna put my wick on here, and then just in case you did miss that one, I'm going to use that one. So these being the rejectors from the zone, this being the breakage of the zone. So when it comes to lining up purposes for a 1-to-1, because our lot size is going off the amount of pips we use. It's not a set pip amount every time, set lot size every time. For I'm going to measure the rejecting candle. So from the low to the high, this is how we would play it, and we would be entering on the breakage of this candle, which in level wise 67.6. So we're looking to enter around 67.6. In between that, and because of spread issues, I know I don't like to get above this orange line, which is the negative 27%. This is the negative 13. So best case scenario, this is how your trade setup will line up like. But me, you know, I did get in a little bit later. But mine was like right here. But your target still has to be the same. So that's the 1-to-1. I didn't go for the 1-to-1. I just went up here for the 2-to-1 based off the structure of the rejecting candle. And then I closed profits, closing at like a 1 point. I actually gained like 93 pips, I think I got. But nonetheless, it hit the target. So beautiful trade setup, beautiful analysis. Knowing what you're looking for, knowing what you should be waiting for is crucial. Very important, especially after opportunities where you have an active trade and you may get stopped out. That's where you gotta kind of be like, ooh, did I get stopped out? Or did price come in here, tap the gap? I've been noticing that as well. The price will tap the gap, go away, and then come right back down to fill in the gap, respecting the zone and taking off. Because look how this looks on the 15-minute, 30-minute, right? You can see it's doing some weird stuff, especially as price comes back down to where we are now. So you see how it rejected off that strong aqua rejection. So there's still some heavy supply up here somewhere. So I'm trying to clean the chart up a little bit, see what we can see what's going on. Yeah, that's what's happening right now. We do have some Aussie news today later on, but as of right now, yeah, we're just trying to watch and see. We're just trying to watch and see and observe, make sure everything's happening. I'm gonna come back over here. I'm gonna come to the top 6. I'm gonna go to the top time frame. For me, it's gonna be the daily, and I'm gonna do a walk down from the daily 4-hour all the way into the 1 hour. See if I can catch me intraday setup. But we're gonna start high, of course. Duh. High being the daily time frame. White dash line indicates the Asian session low and high. Prices were tracing back into its daily profits. Giving strength to the euro dollar. For some reason, pound dollar is weak though. Aussie dollar weak. Pound dollar, Aussie dollar weak. Strength in the euro. That's a new feature by TradingView because this did not used to be here. I guess it's just showing the latest news. Anyways, okay, so I'm trying to pay attention to the structure here, right? We're on the daily time frame inside of the week. Where's my kill zones? Here are my kill zones. Okay, bearish on a month, weekly. I like to use these kill zones, these horizontal lines, to represent my higher time frames. That way, when I'm doing my analysis, I can see my weekly, my monthly, weekly, and daily price levels all on the chart at one time. So when I have something like this up, right, I can see pretty much everything that's going on from a level perspective all at the same time. Asian session being marked off by this dash line, right? The dash line, the low of the Asian session, the high of the Asian session. Pink line is the daily, brown line is the weekly, and the black line is the monthly. For all the black line for pound dollars all the way down there. So look how strong for the month of December we have been. This monthly started in the middle of this week, so I'm ignore this week, be aware of the monthly level, but start paying attention to this week. So you see how the week started off here, okay? Price started off here, dropped, bearish the whole week until the end of the week on Friday. Price tried to do something, nah. So here we are in the new week, brand new week, the official really second week of the month, last second week of the year. Price started off kind of iffy, choppy. Tuesday, New York. All right, at the end of the day on Tuesday around New York, price shot up. And here we are inside of Thursday. I skipped Wednesday because Wednesday pretty much consolidated. Yeah, pretty much Wednesday just consolidated. And here we are on Thursday, in Asian session, we've had the move. So the bell just opened 4 minutes ago, which I was ignoring. I probably should have been paying attention to that. Let's go over here real quick. Let's observe what's been happening since 9:30. Bearish on the indice markets. No real move yet on the dollar. I see EU is still pushing. Pound, euro dollar still pushing. Pound dollar indecisive. Aussie dollar frozen. Okay. 1 second. I saw someone in the exchange, Indeed's exchange, saying about 1 hour liquidity on NASDAQ being taken. So that's what I'm observing here for my own analysis, seeing how prices responding to this liquidity grab, that's exactly what it did. Kind of crazy. Nice 15-minute continuation. You wanted to enter on the break of that. This has like some supply right here, I guess. Yeah. Yo, these charts be moving crazy in sync. Look at that. So liquidity grabbed. Higher time frame is king, no cap. NASDAQ, S&P. So for me, I like to use the 4-hour candle as my edge. The trade with whatever the 4-hour trend, whatever the 4-hour candle is doing. And it doesn't, I was about to say trending, but it doesn't have to be trending. For instance, the 4-hour candle right now is bearish. That doesn't mean I have to take a sell. I obviously want to be trending with the 4-hour candle, but if the 4-hour candle presents something and then begins to diverge, obviously I'm gonna look for the better analysis. But where I'm going with is whatever the 4-hour candle is doing, that is where my edge is coming from. Usually I like to play the opening and the crossing as such. So right now we're bearish and I'm marking the opening of the 4-hour candle. So if any point in time price crosses back above, I want to be notified because there might be a potential setup. And I'll mark this as an alert. Once per bar. Doesn't have to close. I want to see spirits crossing above. Or across. And so I know distinctly what that is. I'm gonna make it. Why did it just alert me already? Just the thing that's annoying about it. SPX 15 crossing up. All right, let me be more specific. Greater than. Can expire at the end of the trading day. All right, so you just gonna be annoying. How is it greater than the I guess a smarter way to do the alert was if I right click here, add an alert for SPX crossing the price point value greater than that price point value every time going into boom. That may be a smarter way to do it, and then I can delete the alarm here off of that. Still make this evidently seen. All right, boom, we're gonna make it white. All right, so you see, I see how price is pushing away here. Let me do something real quick because I have not paying attention to the stream, but it don't look like it matters. Don't even look like it. Ooh, 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 ooh. in my bag yet. Waiting on a setup though. Waiting on a setup though. Waiting on a setup though. We got some strength coming back up to the dollar, which is weaker than euro dollar. I kind of want to see if I can catch a sell on euro dollar from the reversal area. Trying to catch like an exhaustion, but it already is doing it now. It's literally doing it now. This thing is just so high, so awkwardly high. This is the way of the trend. Yeah, euro dollar. I used to like euro dollar really a lot. I still kind of do, but the structure has just been weird. You really have to know what you're wanting and what you're going for to trade euro dollar. Really with anything. But the analysis that I was trying to do, if I measure the low of the Asian session, excuse me, the high of the Asian session and the low of the current day, and I look for a reversal in the areas of the -13 and 272. That is what you want to see. I'm actually going to do it like this. Make that guy black and extend it like that. And pretty much from the areas of the 13 to the 618. So from 10 to 60%, essentially. That's what you would analyze as the area. And then you would come down to a lower time frame and wait for some type of entry. Now, me, sometimes I'm waiting for some type of entry. All I need is to see a rejection from one fib being the highest or closest fib. In this case, it was the highest, so I would try to enter in between -14 and 272 and doing a 101, something like that. Now, you obviously want the best for yourself, so the higher you are, the lower, and the higher you are in the zone, the lower you can risk going for that same target, increasing you to a 2-to-1. So let's not be greedy, let's be realistic, even more in fact, and just stick with the 25. 25 for 25. 25 for 25. Now, 20 pips is not a lot to ask for EU, but let's be aware of what EU has done for the day. Okay, we say 25 pips, but what does that mean? Do this so I can see where the zones are and take off the fib. Now I'm aware of these fib levels. 217 and 14 is not playing. But where I was going at was the measurement of the prices in the range. The Asian session usually sets you up for the day. So for the Asian session, we only had 37 pips. So when price broke out of the Asian session, I was not expecting price to go lower than 37. That's why I went 39 and reversed right back up. So now that we have broken to the top side as well, more than the Asian session, look where it leveled itself back out at, in the 30s area, actually lower than the 30s area. So price has extended its Asian range to the low and to the high. Now what do? I'm saying, how does the market set you up now? Present you with opportunities of movement, flowing, whatever you want to say. Me, the best idea for an opportunity would be trying to catch the exhaustion, right? Trying to catch the move for the dollar pretty much to flatten itself back out. So I don't really expect as of right now price to continue going up or price to continue going down. In fact, I expect the opposite, for price to kind of like trap itself in this type of range here. Bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Not that wide and exaggerating extreme, but yeah. Okay, still getting lower and lower on weekly lows on tech, on NAS. On NAS, we're on weekly lows. SPX approaching that last week. Now this is the weekly open. So NASDAQ has broken and closed below this orange brown line, which is the weekly open. So we're in weekly lows right now. S&P tapping, reaching the weekly lows. Hasn't broken it yet. I'm curious as to what pound yen is doing. Pound yen is reacting off of its 50 EMA. Also respecting the buyers that are down here in these lows. Respecting this level. Respect. Did not have a single candle close lower than that range right there. So this might be a nice buy setup on pound yen. This being a rejecting candle. Let's see, and this being price, this being the breaker of your rejecting candle. Curious. Let's see what price does here. Play that range just like that. I play 25 pips going for 25. Interesting to see how that plays out, especially how it's breaking above its daily open right now. That's the setup that I see, a 15-minute demand down here being respected. Indices pushing lower and lower. Yeah, this might be it for today. Missed the strong moves that were evident. Okay, first of all, can we get rid of the lines? Oh, I see. The lines are there on purpose. But why? Not the lines. I'm trying to find the filler for, oh well, I'll do it later at a later point in time. I'll just use it like this for right now. Okay, apply, okay, it's the entire layout. Now I'm pretty much just watching price being in this. Now I gotta change that color. Sure. Much better. Okay. In the grayed areas where I like to watch price to make its move. We're in that area, trending. Dollar in the indecisive spot for yesterday and today. So a bigger, deeper look at S&P. It's hard to see where it's going when you're looking at these lower time frames. So it'll be more evident to be stronger with the higher time frame trend. Especially look at how this level respected that, man. Shooting it the fuck up. Wasn't no coincidence. However, I realized that, oh, got this reacting candle here. Setting up as soon as price broke that same level. In terms of a retracement, in one day, price has now retraced over 80%. So, as we're now in these low 80s, be interesting to see how price reacts. I'm expecting price to just kind of consolidate here, not really making any real moves, especially how we broke the downside already off the Asian as I bring the indicators back. Ooh, ooh, what a play. This is breaking. What a play. What a play. All right, so we got some buyers down here on gold for sure. Somewhere in this area. Let's clean this up. For a price, respect these lows. Tapped into it. Engulfing. Retested, engulfing. Double break at the same level. Breaking of that 20 EMA as well. Price played the range between the 20 EMA and the 50 EMA, which in that range, let me be more specific here, expressive. In this kind of area in between the black line, this black step line, which is the 20 EMA, and this aqua line, which is the 50 EMA, we have this red zone, which is indicating our bearish trend. All right, price filled in this zone based off this candle and this candle. Notice how from closure to wick, price reached this area, expanding in terms of range over like 40-ish points. I'm gonna throw in a Fibonacci retracement, measuring the move from this high to this low, pretty much measuring the bearish impulse for London and New York, right? This is the London move, which I'll kind of mark by like, I guess green, whatever. All right, this is the London. I'm not gonna mark it by green, but that's the London move. And then here is the New York move, trying to take back what London did. And yeah, from a 5-minute perspective on gold, this one would have been tough because unless you really knew what you were watching for. All right, we got a rate of the lows here. There was a specific thing I was using to like represent the lows or highs being rated. All right, I'm gonna use this poopy sign for whatever reason. All right, pooped on everybody's SLs, ate that came back into that same zone, respecting the same kind of level almost, and then taking off. Coincidence? I think not. This being your BOC, that break of the candle. This being the rejecting and breaking candle. This being the second opportunity to enter. And you would have played it like that. Risking what? What is this? Gold, so you're risking 2 points. Now I'm not gonna lie, risking 2 points on gold is hella risky. I would have opened this up a little bit. Let's do 3 points, you know what I'm saying? Risking 3 points on gold. Great trade. This would have been risky for sure. Even if you would have wanted to wait for the 15-minute higher time frame closure, which I suggest, you could have still played the zone. I don't think it's reached the 1-to-1 yet. It's right in that area. As well, price knows what it's doing as also as it's showing what it's doing at the same time. Remember, we filled in the 20 to 50 EMAs. Someone message me. I'm gonna ignore that. NAS and S&P are not playing. No type of games. So eventually the dollar will carry its strength on, I'm gonna expect, just for the fact that the NSE markets, well, the indices are doing that because of the interest rates decision that happened yesterday. That was kind of expected. Just like this is, I guess, somewhat expected to just float away. Wow. I want to see this flatten itself out. I want to see it make some type of a low and then bounce off that low. Yeah, I made the low. It made this low. Now I want to see price come back here, come back to me. My arrow's at. I see it come up here. Let's do it like this. See it come up here and come back to me. Saying that would be smooth. Let me stop guessing. Let me see what the market is really presenting. Let's see what it's talking about. You know, the natural thing is to try and catch buys to fill in the exhaustion, but that's not the move I want. If you didn't catch the sell, you didn't catch the move. I'm not gonna force my entries and try to make myself catch more of the sell. Doesn't really seem realistic, doesn't really seem probable. Darn sure isn't probable for a setup analysis wise. I caught my buy, I caught my pips already. I ain't even tripping. Oh. Euro continuing. So ugly, I'm not buying that. I'm not touching euro. I'm not touching pound. Actually, pound would be more likely to take if the dollar's gonna gain strength. So I'm gonna bring up Aussie dollar. Atrocious this looks, yes. One sec. Just rated last week's lows. Damn. Yo, this thing went crazy, yo. Oh, Kizzy. This thing went crazy. There was a entry on tech as well. Right here. I just flipped the body. Ain't nobody ain't doing this. Flipped And you would have had to take a break of it, which was tough. You would have just had to been watching it. Had to have been watching it, which I was watching it, and I didn't like it, so I didn't take it. I sat here and watched this whole thing drop the moment it started dropping, and I was like, oh, this looks like a nice setup. I'm gonna wait for it to come back. So did a 3-to-1, 2-to-1 right now. I was like, oh, this is so nice. Especially how it hit the target in the same candle. I'm gonna wait for it to come back. Nope, show never came back. Show didn't. Show did not. So then your next idea way of doing this would be a lot more aggressive, because the only people that were able to enter were the ones that entered aggressive inside of the zone or as it was actively breaking the level. If not, you would have had to wait till the candle closed and play something like this, which is more risky, but still played out. Great analysis, great way of moving through. Ooh, EU did give that rejection off. Dang. It's like I know something. Nah, this just looks like a extension being retraced. I haven't traded my extendo strategy in so long, probably because market just been moving in waves and waves and waves and waves. I want the waves to correct themselves. Like this was nothing. Well, this is, I'm not gonna say it's nothing. This is a mixture of lows and highs, highs, lows, highs, higher low, this previous low broken, another higher low, structure, hello, 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 hello. Trying to tell you something. So when this happens, come on now. Yeah, structure. Boom, there's the target. Smashed. Crazy, man. So all I did was measure, once again, the high of the Asian session, which I guess you could measure the high of the yesterday, but that's not the way I trade. The high of today, high of the session, Asian session, and the low of the day. And that's how I got these zones, marking off between the 618 to 0.13 extension. So yeah, great analysis. Half of my instincts is like, yeah, let EU come back to you. Buy it again. It would have to come back pretty far for me to buy again. I ain't gonna cap, because that is structure right there. Let's go look at it. Now that is some structure in there now. Let me have another screen to the side, because this thing be liking to be sneaky. Where is it at? Whoa, kill it. On my bag, got my swag. All right, my bad. Yeah, that was a setup right there. So the fact that it's coming back so strong, that's exactly what I want. So let's delete all of this. Yeah, no, let's delete all of that because it's distracting. And it'd be apparent that from this, I'll draw some arrows from this wick to the right. I already have it marked up. Yep, and from this wick down, price is filling back in. This big giant blue candle here, it left a gap, fair value gap. So this candle filled it in here, price went back up and then came right back down to fill in that gap. Now I'm looking for the next lower time frame entry to take the buy back up. I'm going to use this as my institutional candle. So I'm going to measure from the bottom of this institutional candle because it was a buy, so we're going from the bottom. It would be from the top if it's a sell. And I am going to measure the top of this wick, even though it's another separate candle, it's outside of that candle. So as price is coming back, right? Still adamantly aware. Now price has retraced 70% inside that purple zone. My job is to wait for price to tap that purple zone, which it literally just did, and then take the break. If it permits me to. So it's gotta line up correctly. So that's why we're gonna have this multi-time frames chart up. And the reason I'm trying to take this buy is because I'm looking at this far right candle and I'm not expecting it to stay like this. I'm expecting that there to be some huge amount of institutional plays, some demand that's down here, the same demand that brought and shot this level up. I'm assuming they're still here. They're the ones that shot it up again. So let's watch. I'm gonna go to the 15-minute. This one. All right. And all I'm waiting on is right at that aqua is a break of a rejecting candle. Let me go ahead and pull my broker up. I ain't even ready. I'm nowhere near ready. So yeah, it's rejecting like that. Perfect. How much time you got left? That's how you want it to do it though. I'm gonna go to the 5-minute. So you see EU playing off of it. Yeah, no, I don't see that just continuing up like that. Aussie sold off pretty strong as well. Pound dollar finally broke out in the last 15:30. So this hour, what time is it? Still 10? Yep. Oh no, it just turned 10. Okay, 10, 12. How long have I been streaming? Where's it at? Did it not tell me? It's somewhere over here. I'm just overlooking it. Okay, 51 minutes. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Here you are. There you are. actually like this very much. You see this? Let's look at the dollar here. Okay, huge candle that happened yesterday after the Fed rate, right? Decrease, retracement, decrease, retracement. Okay, this is this double retracement that we've had. That price is respecting this level. All right, so you say what you want, but for me, what I am noticing is the 200 on top. So we're in a downtrend, and I'm noticing from the top of this downtrend to the bottom of this trend, price is just now getting that 30%. Right, we're just now coming back to that 30%. But for me, what I like about this range between this Reddit cloud, between this 100 EMA and the 200 EMA, is that there's still active sellers in here. So I'm gonna place another fib from this high to the closure of this candle based off the 30-minute time frame. Let's bring this back to the hourly. So back to the hourly time frame, we're gonna drag it up even higher. And let's set this thing up like that. So it's retracing. So it's gaining strength. It's gaining massive strength now. The thing is, if it's heading for this liquidity that's up here, right? If it's heading for that liquidity, did it take previous liquidity to the downside? It did. It grabbed some here. Okay. When it grabbed this downside liquidity here, did it engulf anything to move its way back up? Is it showing you an imprint that there are actual institutional markers in the market, institutional players in the market? This right here, yes, I will say so, but I want to see how price replays, you know, in this level. Is it going to do something like that and end up respecting it? I don't know, but it shows continuing that strength now, which is diminishing the strength from euro dollar, which is what you want to see. But now I want to see price hold this. Definitely want to see price hold this. I want to see these liquidity get rated and then price come back down, giving some exhaustion off this move that's happening for the New York. Massive strength in the dollar. Let it do its thing. Okay, I missed my move, that's fine, but there's still setups. If I miss my move, am I chasing what's currently in front of me, or am I agreeing and reading what's currently in front of me and letting it come to me? That's the goal. That's the plan. For me, the goal and plan right now is euro dollar. I want to see how price respects this range, reacts in this area. Yeah, that's that. Das dat. All right, y'all. If we can get a break of this candle, that would be nice. I want to see price close back above that 786. If it does within this candle, and we play it from the structure of this current low, this is how we would go. Risking what, 10 pips? Yep, that's a scalp for sure. 10 for 10. Is it going to break it in this 15-minute candle though? So I like to have my multi-time frame analysis. I see we're in a brand new 15-minute candle, and I see we've touched that 20 EMA. So it has the strength to bounce up from here if it breaks on this candle. Go ahead and bring up my magic keys. Let me get right. I think I prepared for this. Let's see if my thing's gonna look right. Oh, it looks slightly jank, but that is it. That's definitely it. I think I did something like that. Yeah. Oh, I'm showing the wrong screen though. You can see that screen. And there you go. I want to see how this looks while I do this, while I enter this trade. So what I'm waiting on here is the break. We're gonna risk a little bit more. I think I got 5% risk now. Let's do 10. Oh, okay. There we go. So this is good because I wanted to, the first 5-minute candle inside of this 15-minute block candle right here was bearish. So I'm gonna point out, I'm gonna put 3 arrows here. This is the first one. This is the first 5-minute candle. This is the second 5-minute candle. And we have one more 5-minute candle after this one inside of this current 15-minute candle. That is the candle I'm probably going to enter off of. This is going to be my rejection candle right here. I'm actually going to go ahead, I'm going to leave it pointing down right now because it is bearish. All right. But pay attention to this 4-hour candle. You see how far back it's retraced? That's what we want to see. So we want to see this zone right here. Hold. You want to see it push price back up. Which so happens to be around the 50% of the Asian session as well. So we have now crossed the aqua. Look at this. Great setup. Great setup. Great setup. Playing it late off the 27.2, risking your stops above the 618, taking it back down, man. Taking it back home to 50% of the day. Easy. 1.5. Now we're deep into, let's see what's happening. Okay, the dollar's continuing to break out. Getting deeper and deeper here. You see how the indices have now magically gained strength? Nah, they just broke weekly lows, breaking weekly lows. So we're getting some exhaustion here. Okay, so we've now made a new low. I now have a new area of interest to enter from. Pretty much playing the break of this candle area here. Let's change that up. Let's make that white. Picking it up. Now I'm curious, I'm halfway want to kind of take something aggressive here. The closer it reached to this EMA right here, I want to play something like that. Seeing if it'll respect this zone. I kind of want to get an aggressive here, but I'm not going to. Touching that 400 EMA now, coming back into the higher level structure, which in this case is some higher level buyers here. I'm kind of debating if I want to get in an aggressive. If I get in aggressive, where do my stops go? You see what I'm saying? So how much time we got left in this current candle? We got 3 seconds left in this candle. And that's gonna make it 11:24. So we got 1 minute left in this bearish 5-minute candle. So remember, we still got a whole another 5-minute candle inside. Well, you see how this is pulling back closer and closer to that 20 EMA. This is gonna be a great setup. Let's go ahead and tell the homies. Looking at EU demand, possible buy setup. Yeah, you see how that 4 hour has now changed? That's my edge. Now I'm really paying attention. So let's go ahead and identify that. 4 hour. Didn't I have an alert? That's whatever. So now that price has broken this 4 hour edge within the 1 hour, within the 30-minute. All right, so now we're here. So I want to be looking to getting in aggressive on this 5-minute candle right here. This is the last 5-minute candle in this 15-minute candle. I'm going to expect to level itself back out. Right, we have now done 100% full retracement, right? Off that, so now I want to see it come to the -13 and 272 if it's gonna do it. 1.3.272. Yeah, come down there if you want to. So I'm gonna keep the measurement, the Fibonacci measurement off this specific bullish candle, from the low to the beginning of this candle to the high, the full extension of that move. And this is also why you don't get in aggressive, because look at it disrespecting that. I would have lost that trade. Wait for it to confirm what you're looking at. I want it to pass this high right here. If it comes back and passes this point in here, then I'll look to go long from that point, risking it at the bottom of there, giving it the structure, which is setting up. Come on, come on, talk to me nice. Yeah, okay, Trev catching my bag. That's why I catch my pips. I don't lag. No, I'm finna catch me some pips. All right, so we have another break lower. I really want to get an aggressive because I don't see this staying like this, but disrespected that zone for now. It's on a 5-minute. It didn't close below. Actually, didn't disrespect it. It's breaching it. And by breaching the top one, it's reaching another lower one, which I'm going to identify here. Let's hide the EMAs real quick. I don't want to distract nobody. It reached a lower one. Now, if I was going to play, now I have something to actually play aggressive off of. Playing it like that. Getting in early. I think that's the play here, because of the fact of how it's setting up. You're going to either have to be precise with your entry or get in hella aggressive. So I think that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to get in aggressive. Going for a 2-to-1. I want to say a lower time frame break though, which for this would be the 1 minute. If price can break above one of these candles, I'll get in. Because then I'll be leaving the zone. Then you got to ask yourself, do you want to have an entry inside of your zone? How much time we got left inside this? We got 2 minutes left, 10 seconds left in this. So we got 1 minute left in this candle. I'm going to go aggressive. I'm going to go ahead and get in aggressive. Boom. As I was waiting for it to break, it broke my previous 1 minute candle. So that was a good reason to get in. How much I'm risking? I'm risking 10 pips pretty much. We're risking 12 pips. So I'm in the trade off an aggressive early entry, but we're still, this is how I'm playing that. I'm actually gonna go for 2 to 1, which is like, if I'm risking 12, that means I want to go for 24. All right, new 15-minute candle, as well as 30-minute. So you see how this 4-hour is set up, right? I'm gonna go ahead and move this off of the screen because I see how we're in this, whatever you want to call it. So let's move that to 1. Let's make that to the 30. So now I can be more aware of my 30-minute as well. Aggressive, extremely aggressive here. I usually don't do aggressive setups at all because there's so much more aggressive. The setup doesn't have much confluence, much confirmation. Just more of an affirmative trade. I want to be affirmative that I'm about to make this money, even though they're all educated guesses. So like I said, this last 15-minute candle I thought was going to be our entry. It did tap into our zone and it did breach it, closing below the level of 1064. We've breached that zone. Now we've tapped and reached another zone. That price is still opening up aggressive. Looks like the dollar did do what expected. It did rate the lows. Now, let's see. I'm going to extend my stop loss here just because I see what price is doing. Okay. Breached. It breached the bottom zone. Oh yeah, no, this thing is not playing. Wow. Stopped out 1. Wowzers. That's 1 L. I just get handed 2 double L's back to back. I did. Wow. Sheesh. All right. That was disrespectful. This is why I don't get an aggressive. Not mad though. Doing what we expected. Dollar continuing to gain that strength, giving weakness to the euro dollar. Now some people may say, Trev, if you see the dollar gaining strength, why would you not try to sell euro dollar? Get in on the trend that's been happening across all your other boards. Well, the reason I didn't do that, and there's still one more down here, I will get back in when we get our confirmation. I was trying to look, I am paying attention to the higher time frame analysis. So by this 4-hour candle changing, did it, one, give me opportunity to enter as it changed? This yellow arrow is pointing at the candle that broke that 4-hour level. It broke it and did not come back. No, it did not give me an opportunity to enter based off non-aggressiveness. Now, the only opportunity that I had to enter off buy was aggressiveness. So there's just been nothing but aggressive across the board. Aggressive didn't work. Patience is next. I'm still very, very interested in this setup. I want to really take it back above that. I want to see price go back above for the 4-hour. We'll see how price is respecting. I notice also respecting our EMAs, respecting the 800 EMA. Tap and bounce, tap and bounce. Got people in my chat. Decision to go bald. Who are you talking about? Whose decision to go bald? Who went bald? Oh, CZ's buying it. All right, anyways, I distracted and mess out of me. I want to see how price reacts here. Because our next breaker candle would be the same one that we entered off of. What time is it? 11:34. So we are 5 minutes in our first 5 minute candle. 5 minutes in our brand new 15-minute candle. If this 15-minute candle changes off this first 5 minute, I will buy. Setting this imprint in. So I'm gonna take the same idea. Here's the first one, our second one. I'm gonna be eventually buying off third. Buying between the second and third 5 minute candles. So buying in between the time range of 10:35 and 10:45. So within these next 10 minutes, I want to be looking and entering to go long here. Let me open up my calc. Let me bring this back over. Yeah, look, it's trying to tell me you're out of your trading range, Trev. Are you sure you want to trade? Yeah, I'm sure I'm finna catch this bag. Now move out the way. Because you show is, all right, look, it's breaking it now. And we're gonna do that same pretty much on my idea. Okay, so it's rejecting back down again. Sheesh. So now I really want my entries based off this counter right here. I want my entries to be as close to that level as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and enter the trade again. Right now my targets are set for a 2-to-1. Even though it may not get to that. Let's go ahead and zoom in because I realize it's gonna be more difficult for y'all to see on the thing far away. Alrighty. So before I was risking 12, now I'm risking 14 pips. All right, we're having the break of the candle. So I'm gonna re-enter again. I haven't used magic keys in so long. Double order, there it is. I wanna see it come back just like. Okay, I've doubled my order. All right, so now let's really examine this. All right, I'm gonna restart here. What we identified were some levels of demand. This one being our first level that price decided to breach, close below. So then as it's breaching one level, it's reaching another. Okay, so it reached this level right here, which lines up better off the retracement off the daily low. Going in with the daily high, that lines up better. So when it comes to looking for my entry candle, this current 5 minute candle, second 5 minute candle in the 15-minute window will be here. That's being our break, the level being broken here, 1064, similar to where we were before. going for 2-to-1. Of course, I'm risking right here. It says 17, but it's actually like 13. My stop is on my broker, as you can see, is below my wick. So I'm gonna put on the fibs now to measure from this low to this high. And I'm gonna go to the BDZ, and we're going for my first target being the 1-to-1. Second target up here. It's reacting fast too. Let's see. And that's how you trade it, boys. Now, did it do me dirty? Yes, absolutely dirty. Am I still in the trade? Yes. All right, so we're going for the 2-to-1. Of course, me personally, I'm going to let that top entry close out. I actually need to open up another chart here. Close that one. Let's open up another chart to the side. EU. Let's make our template like this so I can see it better, so you guys can see it better. That looks so much cleaner, does it not? I'm gonna do this right here. I'm gonna move this first target here, closing at that 1-to-1, and these second ones up here, closing at the 2-to-1. Let's also go break even. Why it's not working for me? Oh. I want to go break even and price taps. Okay. And I'm gonna leave this one up. For the one to be seen. Okay, I'm reloaded. All right, so I see price coming back. Bring my attention back to the big screen now. See price playing in between these two orange lines. Those orange lines being between the 272 and the -13 extension, which is perfect for entries wise. So I'm not even really worried. I got my stops below. I'm actually gonna adjust. Half of me wants to adjust my stops between this low right here, but I'm not. I'm gonna leave it all the way at the bottom. I'm gonna observe and watch here. I'm actually gonna go ahead and get a whatchamacallit of this. Gonna go back to setup, back to EU. So that was the first sale that we had seen. Now we're about to mark this one up. I'm actually gonna leave that like that. I'll come back over here. And we're gonna observe the whole market. Literally what I said was gonna happen is happening. It's crazy. Price rated the liquidity right on the dollar. We got a liquidity rate. I thought price was gonna go up a lot higher based off their strength, but no. As soon as that candle closed, we're rejecting back down off the 50%, off the liquidity. And because that's happening, I'm expecting the weakness in the dollar to give strength to the euro, which should push price back above that 4-hour crossing, because right now it does look atrocious. Definitely looks like something's going on, which something is going on. So now its price is pushing back in. I want it to respect. I want it to respect the lows. Respect the lows. Respect the EMAs. Respect this 400 and 800. These two purple EMAs are the 400 and 800, representing higher time frame structure. In this case, we're being in a bullish uptrend, right? From here is the last cross. So price is now came back, exploded out, came back again. Now I want to see it hold this second time when it came back, which is doing exactly as it should. I feel good so far. Everything should feel so good so far. Let's do this. Boom. New 15-minute candle. This is the one that I want to see. Respect. This should be it. This should be the play. Yeah. TP for the lower ones. So these entries that are, where's my entry level at? Where's the level price? Here we go. 434, 436. TP is going for 586, 744. Okay, no, this one for 744 right here needs to be lower for like 644. Yeah, because I want this one to close at that 101. No exceptions. This one will be closed here, and this one can be in the in-between. And then these going for up here. Yeah. All right. That's if I don't get disrespected again. As you can see, I'm trading with 0.01s as well. This is just a demo. This is just all practice. But practice with real money is what counts. You know how your emotions are. Okay, it looks like it is already continuating for the dollar. The exhaustion was I was about to say subtle. I don't think that's the right word. I'm gonna leave the chart here on the screen for a minute. I want to see, you see this 200 EMA right here on the 15-minute. I'm expecting that's where our next level of buyers are going to come from. All right, I'm expecting our next level of buyers to start to show up any moment now. You know what I'm saying? Take this one away because it's kind of distracting now. What EMA is that? What's going on? That's high at that one. It's even high at this one. Notice how price rejected the 4 hour as well. Right when it was about to go positive on the 4 hour, it rejected it. Doesn't look like it wants to be friendly. Rejected heavy off the 618 pressure. The problem with my setup is I'm expecting euro strength. Well, I'm expecting dollar exhaustion, not necessarily dollar weakness, because dollar weakness is euro dollar strength, but that's not what we have here. We have dollar exhaustion, which I'm trying to get it to roll over to strengthen the euro dollar. The problem is there's no strength currently at this present moment in time. There's no buyers. There's apparent levels of structure where buyers are supposed to be, but just waiting for them to kick in. You see we got 7 minutes at the end of this hour. Hourly candle closed bearish. In terms of a 4-hour perspective, this thing just looks really weird. It's being our 4-hour chart here. Notice how we have this long, weird ass wick. I want to see price fill this in. Coming from some level of institution, which I'm using this down here to represent, to give me my money back on that trade that stopped me out. And shout out to Day Trading Institution, Raul, for opening my eyes and painting a picture for me to trust your analysis. Well, I already was trusting my analysis, but trusting your analysis, I should say. Before, once my setup is validated, I was like, well, I'm done. There's more to it. These markets are set up to do certain things at certain times to show and present manipulation. And I'm aware of this as I grow as a trader, as I become more aware as a trader. So I like how you're pushing back above. Let's go, let's go. I was about to go ahead and re-enter off the closure of that 5-minute candle, but I typically don't like entering off the 5 minutes, last 5 minutes and the first 5 minutes of the hour. I try not to do that. But based off what price is doing right now, I feel pretty good. So it says 1-to-1 over here on my left side is about to be hit on my actual broker, which is right. Because if I measure it from the low, the high of the breaking candle, rejecting candle, and this is the breaking candle, that's that. Ooh, but it's rejecting off that aqua. Ooh. Ooh. I don't like the way that looked. It's gonna be too late, Kev. So I just sent this trade I did on my friends, which they're not wrong for saying this, but they were analyzing it as if let's go down the chart. Sent in the chart, he said if price breaks above these highs, he'll get in, which he's not wrong for saying that, and that's not wrong for analyzing it that way either. One, he has his own personal opinion, but I like that analyzation. The only thing is about once price breaks, right, it's going to be too late. That's where I used to trade the 50 EMA break a lot, and I would wait until price would essentially break to confirm me, right? But the thing is, you're getting late if you enter anything below this line. The advanced people, right, the people that actually know what the move are doing are going to color it off. So everyone that entered into the red zone got a better entry because they were ahead of where the actual break occurred. And everyone that entered in the yellow zone isn't necessarily too late, but their risk is greater, their reward is less. So I'm becoming more aware of that as I become as a trader. So throwing that into the now, right? If you get in above the black line, above price breaking previous structure, you're going to be too late. And this is where different confirmations and people get in at different times, because if you want to be specific, price did breach. By the definition of the word breach, price passed a certain level but then went back below it. Price crossed the level and then price crossed back. So in this case, price crossed up above the structure and then it crossed back below, closing below. So this is another great entry opportunity here to set you up so you don't get in up here, because by the time it's up here, this is where my target is. So, you know, analyzing is important. Analyzation important. Marking certain candles to represent certain levels are important, so you can know how to react when price is sitting here playing in this range in here. So that pocket of window, or really these three bullish candles right here, really these two. I don't know what's been happening with this one. That's probably going to be the target hitting candle. Those are your areas of interest right there. That's your AOI right there. Like so. This is the more efficient way to trade it. Playing it like that. I have it like this. So instead of risking it from the closest lowest structure point from your current break equaling out to be around 13 pips, I pushed my 13 pips like that to actually like that with my broker. But we are poofing, we are moving. Back in profit, of course. So many times prices almost hit my target. This is the thrice time I have come close to my target range. Back to the 1 minute real quick. Let's do some 1 minute diving, right? I got in the trade. I was saying that the entry of opportunity, or AOI, was in this pocket of window here. I got in here as price was actively breaking. Price shot up and then got real close, but then rejected back down. Let's actually pull up the 5 minute and let me put the fib on so I can see the levels I'm supposed to be looking at, right? Okay. The price came up to the -618 extension, which was 5 pips away, 5 to 6 pips away. All right. Then price came back again and got even closer, literally like 2 pips away from hitting my target. Minus spread. All right, so now we've came back thrice, 3 times. 3 times we are rejecting this area. So now, if price wants to be stingy again, setting up of some type of weird head and shoulders, and it comes back down to my entry level, right, retracing 13 pips back from the current intermediate high, I'm gonna remove one of my entries, just for the fact that we're now consolidating, no movement, there's no volume. The exhaustion that was happening, expected on the dollar, is happening. Exactly what I analyzed is happening. Now we need the euro to, you know what I'm saying? Come on, where you at, buyers? Because me, I keep seeing this. I keep seeing this. Keep seeing that. That's deadly. That's not what you want to see right here at this level like this. Once again, it's weird for our candle. It's 11 a.m. We've had 1 candle in the hourly, 2 candles in the hourly, being 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. We're in 11 a.m. Will this 11 a.m. be what I need? I'm not actually going to exit early. I'm going to let price stop me out. Price has to show me. This candle is going to have to show me that it wants to retrace all the way back down. That's 30 pips now. My stop loss is literally 30 pips away. Interesting. So I will remove one of my top entries just so I can relocate it. I don't want to remove it, but I do want to allocate it, meaning relocate it to a better position if that's what it wants. So I'm gonna put my stop loss at break even for it actually. Where's my magic keys? Switch. No, change symbol. So let's go break even. Where is it? Sell at entry. Okay, I put my SL at entry for one of them. They're the top entries that I have. So now the price comes back. It'll remove me from the market. Nothing necessarily to worry about. Imagine if I would have gotten aggressive. Actually, didn't I? I think I did get an aggressive and I got stopped out. Anyways, it's doing what we want. It's moving as it should. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Whoa, kill it. We are now positive on that 4 hour. Yeah. Hit that target, boy. Hit that target, boy. Hit that target, boy. Yeah. Hit it. Target on hit. And I'm just because I'm feeling myself, I'm gonna put. Oh, is it not gonna let me do the emojis? That's bougie. Probably have to enable it. It does not want to cross that 50. EMA on the 5-minute time right now. So that's telling me that the strength is heavy. It's also telling me I need to be out of this mug. That's a tab, so I'm gonna readjust my entries. Real specific light. Now, price is accumulated here for too long. If it rejects again, I really have to be out of both my top entries, unfortunately. So I'm gonna move my SL to break even on both. And I'm gonna adjust my lower stop losses up to the higher point. Risk management. Trade. This is actually trade management. What we're doing right now. Don't nobody teach you how to do this. Don't nobody show you how to do the trade management part of adjusting your stop losses, re-entering a trade, all that other stuff. They want to make you pay to watch and get all that info. I'm sure I'll eventually get there, but as of right now, I'm just doing my thing. Looks nice, but I keep seeing this candle, which is showing me what it's doing. It's giving the ugliest head and shoulder vibe, but it's doing it. Needed to just squeeze up just a little bit more, shorty, and we be alright. We gonna be alright. I don't like how it's holding like that right there. Half of me is like, go ahead and close it. So what? But the profit that I got right now is not worth it. I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and push up them extra 5 little pips. These extra, this not even a full. Yeah, it's like 6 pips, man. Playing me, man. Playing me. I feel good about my lower entries though. The middle ones. Ooh. I'll actually adjust my stop loss on one of them to be right at the entry of my other trade. So if it comes back there, then I'll remove. I don't want to be in 2 different trades entry, 2 different trade entries to both be in the negative. It's okay to have one, let it pull back on you, let it get some wiggle room, but for both. So now you just negatively in the trade when you've been floating in profit this whole time. Now, don't leave money on the table. Analyze, trade accordingly. Let's go back to the dollar to see what's happening over here. I'm exhaustion for real. What time? It's 11:11. We've been here for 11 minutes. Ain't price did nothing. Really, specifically, price ain't did nothing in the past 30 minutes. S&P and NASDAQ still going lower, which is probably why euro is not moving. There's no strength, obviously, in the euro right now because it's all in the strength of the dollar. But I don't care. I'm gonna hold this trade setup till it hits my 1-to-1 or breaks me out. Which I shouldn't have said that because now it looks like it's about to try and come break me out. Trifling. Trifling. This thing finna come stop me back out. I'm sitting here watching it reject off to 50. Go ahead and close one of these, man. Close them both. And then I'll let one of them get stopped out of entry, I guess, unfortunately. Now I need higher incentive to stay in the, well, I don't need incentive to stay in the trade. I'm already in the trade. I'm already in profit. I'm already affirmed inside. Stop loss at break even. If it breaks me out, if it stops me out of break even, it stops me out of break even. What I was going to say is now I need more affirmations to get back in, with the trade analysis to continue going up if that's what it wants to do. Let's see, because I'm looking over here to the right and I still see these extensively making lower lows across the board. Indices, Aussie dollar, pound dollar, euro dollar got a mind of its own. I'm gonna hold it though. I'm going to hold it specifically because of 4-hour craziness that's going. Structure, something's got to give. So if it is going to sell off, then it needs to agree kind of what it's doing right now. This needs to be the breaking candle. Put a different chart. Finally erase all of this. This needs to be the breaking candle. Sorry, I'm adjusting my stop loss. I'm gonna be on some foo-foo. That's your breaking candle. Buying off the demand that's in there. Supply, I mean. This is one of those consolidating trades where I don't really care about it anymore because it's not going in my direction, but it's also not going against me. It's just sitting here because of the accuracy of my early entries. It allowed me to be all right. And I pretty much have my entries, instead of at the break of the candle, which for me, the break is going to be signified by price closing above the rejection candle. So if this is my rejecting candle, I'm gonna mark a line at the open, the top of the black candle, the opening of this bearish candle. I need price to engulf that. Me, I was a little bit, not a little bit, I was aggressive. And I entered in slightly early, so I entered in at the closure of the previous bearish candle. So my entries are like right here. So I'm slightly at more of an advantage as I bring price back to where we currently are. If my entries were at current price, I would be broken even right now. But it's retracing. It's retracing. You see what it's doing? All right, I closed them all out. I just closed all my trades. No longer in the setup. Fortunate. See if they can give me another reason to get back in. Probably not. It's 11:18. That's why. The dollar said, all right, I've had enough. Time to finish what I started. That's what it's doing. Well, that might be all she wrote. Of course, look what Preston's doing. It literally tapped where my entries was at. It literally tapped it. And now look what it's doing. I want to go to the lower time frame to read it, but it's like, don't. What you want the 1 minute for? Cause get off the 1 minute. I mean, this could technically be something reacted. Giving the vibes for sure. You know the vibes. But now we got off that whack ass time frame. I'm gonna be pretty much done, man. If the analysis plays out, it plays out. But in terms for the stream, I appreciate you all. Hopefully you learned something. Got my one viewer strong chilling with me. Boom, 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 clap, boom, boom, clap, boom, clap, boom, clap, dig it. Boom, clap, da 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 da. Boom, shaka da da, dig it, doom, dig it, doom, da, dig it, doom, da. Alright, so I'm no longer interested in this analysis anymore, just based off these two 5-minute, recent 5-minute candle closure. This one being the first 5-minute of the 15-minute, and then this next one being the second 5-minute in the 15, acting as a continuation of the pattern that's happening, giving strength to this 30-minute opening of the 11. Yeah, nah, this isn't looking good. It still can be respected. Now, don't trip. I'm watching this thing like a hawk. I wanted to do something shiesty. I'm on your head, boy. And I wanted to do something. Market pending, taking the break of that wick right here. Going 2-to-1 from there. I need price to close above this white line. I like how price is just sitting in this area here. Real. I'm also noticing that price is right here outside of his Asian session. Meaning price is now back below where it started for the day, right? We accumulated, dropped, did a high liquidity grab retracement, and now we're back below again, creating lower highs, trying to trend lower. Now me, I was trying to buy based off the institutional power that I thought was here from a buying perspective. There's a chance that I could still technically be right and have opportunity to get in if this is my head. This being the neckline, this being the body. Right, you want to see price pretty much close above that neckline and body. Difficult, sure. For sure. It is respecting this level, but I don't like how long it's been here and how it's consolidating. You know, where you're gonna have to enter at would be the same thing as usual. But I want to risk less. Or I was risking like 17 to 13 pips. Nah, we're trying to risk 5. You feel me? 5 pips, 5 points. Oh yeah, if it's breaking down again, yeah, that's it. Because that's gonna line up with the 15-minute and the 30-minute as before. Just easier to see over here if you know what you're looking at. Tough, man. Especially at how close I got to the 1-on-1. That's kind of real tough. But it happens. That's why it's important to know when to stay into the trade and when to go break even. Me, I chose to go break even here because I did not want to be in the trade after I had not once, not twice, but 3 confirmed trending rejections now. You know, I'm good because that means the dollar is going to continue to strengthen out for the rest of the day. But all right, appreciate y'all, man. That wraps it up for me. I kind of will do a quick recap, even though I literally just said my recap. The other recap I want to go over is Aussie dollar. The opportunity that I saw to buy pre-open up to prior to the open of the New York session. Wow, I was struggling to say that. Let's go ahead and flip this back. Yeah, I was looking at this right here. I saw price push up from intermediate Asian, like, you know what I'm saying? Asian session was creating lows and was breaking those lows, right? As price came up and broke structure, broke highs, it just went from breaking lows, to all of a sudden breaking a high. It left a footprint. I saw this footprint, came back, tapped the zone, broke the candle. This being the representation of the breaking of your first candle, get in, came back, price would have stopped you out here, and then it's showing you a double bearish indication. This is actually a nice bearish sell indication, but because of the time frame, I wouldn't suggest doing that on the 5-minute. If it looked like this on the 4-hour and then you went down to the 5 and 15-minute and saw actual occurrence entry, then you line it up. But 5, no, don't do that. So price stopped me out. It didn't stop me out in spread. It closed under and stopped me out here. Tapped into it, did not even breach it, tapped into the zone, give you a rejecting candle, next candle being the break, right? If you would have gotten in right at that level, played like that, played at 5 pips, let's say you got in a little bit late, that's all right. Spread it out a little bit, play it for 7. Still did its thing. Great trade, great trade. I believe it even 2-for-1'd the pro entry, which it did. Nice, very nice. That's what I saw on AU earlier, and then it, you know, it sold off from there. Interested in EU, but the structure and timing isn't worth it. So I'm not even gonna get into this trade off camera if it does exactly what I'm expecting it to do. I'm just gonna let it do what it do and call it a day. But I appreciate all of you. Thank you for tuning in. It is a pleasure as always to be blessed with the present moment and share the opportunity with others. Thank you. Love. Peace.